Hey guys, welcome to a new movie. Today we're doing Until Dawn. This is based on the Sony PlayStation video game. I have not played the game, but I have seen people play it. The one person I've seen play it all the way through was GT Live. Back in the day, that's Game Series Live from Canada. I used to play that game back in the day. I remember watching him play, so I do know like a lot of the characters and what happens in that game. So I'm not like I don't know every little thing, because I don't know every, because there's choices, so you make different choices. So I might not know every choice, but I know pretty much what happens. And yeah, I enjoyed this game. It's a game I do want to play at some point. It's a movie-based story-driven game. I do want to play. It looks fun. I want to play it. At some point, I do want to get it for PlayStation 4 or something to play, because it does look like a game I want to play. I don't know if there's any other games to the series. There's like a VR thing, I think. There's other games made by I think the same studio, but I don't know if they're part of the same thing. But this movie is, I would say, because of what we see at the end, this is technically a prequel movie. We'll get into that when we get into that. And so let's jump into it. What I just saw. I like the movie. I genuinely think I like the movie. I think it's good. I don't think it's bad. I think it's a bad horror movie. And when it comes to tying into Until Dawn, when people said it wasn't really, didn't feel that tied in, I will explain some of those things. I think why it feels more tied in, and my opinion on that, because that's something I do want to talk about this movie really heavily, because I feel like there is a lot of things tied into it, and the things. So yeah, let's jump into it. So this movie, going ahead, just so you know, so jump into it. So we have this group of kids who are teenagers, or I would say college age, maybe college age, teenagers, late teen, like 19, 18, 20, or like college age. I think college age might be more, supposed like early college age, like 20, 21, around that age. And they're all looking, because they're going on a trail to look for his sister and stuff. And then they stop at this gas station and do stuff. And then they go outside, and they meet the guy in the gas station, and he had this voice, and he's talking, and he's like, oh, this is the one guy from the game, because it has the one actor who plays like the therapist in the game. It's that guy, same voice actor, the same person who's doing the voice of the therapist in the game. I'm like, okay, so I don't know if they're the same character, or they're different characters, but I feel like it wouldn't be surprised me if they are somehow the same characters or something. It wouldn't be surprised me if he's the same character and we're just seeing him here. But yeah, so that's cool. Like I said, I don't know if he's the same character or not from the game, or if it's just another character. They just got him to play a character in this because for the same thing. But I feel very much a similar vibe, so I can see it. And then we get to the next part of this thing, where we go to this house. He said, oh, we went to this house, whatever. You go up to this house, and then they find out that people get lost in this house, and they go to it. And obviously they go to it. Stuff happens. The sand dial thing flips over. And then obviously they get thing where it's like a thing where just the day repeats. So they go through it, they die, they repeat, and we learn about the sister and what happened with the sister. And all that, and they have to keep repeating the day when they die, and they have to make it out. They just have to make it until dawn, and we only have a certain number of days, because that's when people stop writing in the notebook. Because anytime they read one time, it's them writing in the notebook, so you have to do that and fix it. And anytime they redo it, every time they redo a night, it's like a different horror thing. What's fun? I like the different all of these different horror elements to it. Even though a lot of people are like, oh well, Until Dawn, there's not really all the Sims, there's only the Wendigo. Yes, but we learn more about that later. They all want to go in this movie, and people are getting turned into Wendigos. So I'm like, okay, that seems to be what happened in the game. And I expected. So there is that, where there's the Wendigo, and people are turning into him. So that is something that was in the game. So I'm like, that is a big part of it. And they're in like a place, a lab kind of place. I'm like, okay, it works and makes sense. It doesn't but also we find out the first killer is this guy in this Mac with the head. If you don't remember in the game, there's a guy, the main boyfriend character, the guy who was like invited by to the house. I think it was Josh. What's the name of the character? He was playing by the guy. I can't remember. What's his name? I forget the actor's name. We know the actor. He was in the a movie that was out recently, but he was in it, and he plays the guy. And he basically tricks him all to pretend he dies, but he's not. And he had this Mac and this killer Mac. It's the exact same costume of like killer from that. So like he wasn't really a killer, but he was going around and pretending to be a killer. So he was that. So it's like there is that, but it's also a tie-in where I'm like, I don't know how that ties in. Like maybe he found the Mac. I forget how he gets the Mac, but in the end, they have to go in and kind of escape to they all do things. And then eventually they all are like, hey, we all gotta get together. At some point they kind of, I wouldn't say we hear each other, but kind of like do their own things or split up, do things. And it's like we gotta do this, da. But eventually they all at the end work together, like, yeah, we're gonna do this. And they go and save one of them. Gets kids out, they have to go and save him, and they have to fight. The main girl has to fight the guy who find out the guy who had the gas station is the one behind all this and doing this thing where they repeat everything, and he's the one behind this. You just gotta make it till dawn, gotta survive. And he goes now, beats him and tricks him and kills him and makes him blow us up, because the thing where they drink this. There's one part where really they're drinking this water from the tap, and then one of them goes like, oh my god, I don't feel good. Now drink the water. Then he just one of them blows up. I'm like, oh shit. And like they all start like, oh shit. And like, well, I'm not feeling so good too. And then they all start like blowing up individually. Like, oh, it's so good. It's like, it's some stuff in this one. Like, I was expecting that. It's great. That's a good amount. I was expecting some stuff. And all kinds of stuff in it. It's cool. And at the end, like I said, they killed the guy who's behind it all and go get out. And they find out, obviously they know the daughter, their sister is dead, and they can't do anything but that. They all leave and they all make it out alive. fun because this is one of the movies where in the game it is based on chance. It's like by the end you can make it up with everybody or nobody, or I don't know how that works if you can make it up with nobody. But in the end you can pretty much, like, you know what I mean, you can make everybody survive or nobody survive depending on how you play the game. It's a very interesting game. I like it. It's fun. And the movie you can't really do that, so you have to be like having them all survive. Not because here's the thing, they all get to survive, but we did get to see them die in so many different ways. So you still get that, hey, we get to kill a bunch of people, but they all still can survive in this thing. So we get to get all the usual slasher killer stuff, but also they can all survive, and then it fits. I feel like it fits both of that in the game. Was like they do die, but also you can survive, so you get a little bit of both of that. So it's a very interesting way of doing it. I just thought about that. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. In the end, we do see a TV screen in the room. Well, the bad guy, he was in his room. He had some TV monitors, and one of them pops up. At the end, we see a cabin in the woods, and it's all snowy. And if you know the game, that's where the game takes place. So I'm like, tied into the game. I see a call pull up. I'm like, okay. So tied into the game. Don't know when this is taking place compared to the game. It could be taking place afterward, before. I want to say it's after. Could be after. Could be before. I'm going to say it's after because the hourglass thing and all that's not working anymore. I don't know. But the Wendigo and stuff is still there, but I could make sense. I would have to play the game again and go through the game and the lore and stuff. But it does feel connected enough with that scene at the end. You have the Wendigo, the guy in the back. There's enough stuff about connect to him. Like, and also in the game where people get turned into Wendigos, I think all this other stuff is like plausible. Like, oh yeah, this guy who turns into people are turning into these Wendigo monster things. When that happens, when anything else, like we turning into any type of monster, all kind of crazy shit, I'm like magic, other type of crazy shit, we've done all that stuff. I'm like, it's totally possible in my opinion, because like if that happens, any of that's possible. So yeah, the movie's fun. Like I said, I liked it. I might be in the, I don't know what people's opinion on the movies are, but I did like it. Thought it was fun. So what do I rate this? I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm giving it a 7. I was almost about to give it an 8, and I think it is good, but I think it gives that smidge where I'm like, okay, we're gonna give it a 7. It's good, I like it, but I do give it that smidge where I'm like, it's almost an 8. I feel like there is some stuff where I'm like, not bad, but I definitely feel like, compared to other movies, I did like more. The other movies I like a little bit more, but it's like, I think it was still a good movie, but I do think other movies are doing it better, but it's not bad. Like, I think it's like, if we rated it on a 7, it'd be like a high 7, like a 7, whatever, closer to like an 8, but yeah, it's good. So yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below this movie. Maybe I'm the only one who likes it. I don't know, because I don't really remember what people's opinions on this movies are, but you guys can always stay epic, tell me what movie you guys are watching, and you guys can always, like I said, stay epic. See you next video, guys. Bye.